In 2000, we bought an abandoned 100-acre farm in the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains. We spent years cleaning it up, built a new house, and now are trying to make it a functional homestead farm. Welcome to Red Toolhouse. Hello everybody, welcome to Red Toolhouse. In this video, we're continuing our Resolution Week theme, and we're sitting down to have our annual farm/homestead meeting. Now the whole point of this, of course, is just to encourage us to set goals and try to stick to our goals. 9 times out of 10 we fail miserably at hitting all of our goals, but at least it's a good starting point.
We have big dreams.
We have big dreams, we do. And we like to start this time of year, and I thought the setting would be ideal with the snow we have in the background as we think about things we're going to do this season as it gets warmer, and we can plant and we can deal with animals, that type of stuff. So we wanted to just, basically we're just sitting around the table here talking about our plans here at Red Toolhouse, and we thought, well, why not get out the cameras and let's shoot this and use this as an opportunity to share what we have going on. So what are the key ingredients for a planning meeting like this? Well, really it's just try to get everybody to come together, right? That's the first trick. Everybody that's involved in the homestead, get them together. You have some ideas, be thinking about it. I have the computer here to take notes as we get into it, so we can obviously write down our goals. Kelly's got her notepad. We even have some catalogs here that we can flip through that time of year to get new catalogs. So this is what we do. So we just jump right into it. So here's my thought. Obviously we've got the pigs. We got one of them bred, 2 of them didn't take, so I'm going to have to breed them again. So that's going to push their farrowing back into March or maybe even April. So I wonder, since we're going to take one of the breeding pigs and donate those piglets to Union Mission, do we want to do any spring breeding so we have pigs in the fall, or do we just stick with our schedule?
I think it's best to stick with our schedule, don't you?
I think so too.
We don't want a winter.
Yeah, overwintering
Bunch of piglets.
Yeah. Overwintering pigs is so hard on the pasture. Well, speaking of pasture, I've been thinking about taking a pasture and expanding it further out, here on the south ridge, going up past the tractor shed, going all the way out to, all the way out past the slip and down the road. It'd be pretty big setup. Wonder if we should try to do that, make the pasture that big and not mess with expanding any pasture on the north side.
Well, any new we want to continue to push them back, so I think that's a good idea.
Yeah. Wonder if we should, if we do that, should we close off the old log staging area and get in there and clear the rest of that out, and maybe start getting some good grass growing, or maybe get it on grade, and maybe that's where we move our chicken tractor operation, like we talked about doing. Well, what about egg chickens? What do you guys think about the egg chickens? We know we have to thin some of them out. Some of them are just old and not producing anymore, so some need to go in the pot.
You don't need to be silly.
Do we need so we have roughly, what we have, 70, did I count 70 last time? We have 70 chickens. Do we need that many? Do you guys think we need that many chickens?
Well, depending on how many customers you have.
Well,
Maybe.
if they were all laying,
Right.
maybe we don't need that many, but
Yeah, see, that's the thing. We sell out of basically every egg that we produce, we sell or eat ourselves. It's not like we've been throwing a bunch of eggs away.
right.
So I think we could easily maintain the number that we have, but you're right, we have a lot that are not producing, so we need to figure out who's producing and who's not. So we know, and probably need to take all the Rhode Island Reds that have the white band on them and get rid of those. And then maybe even some of the black Australorps that have the green bands.
Mm.
But my fear is if we reduce too many black Australorps, then we're going to have hawk predator issues, because the hawks, the black Australorps are what's keeping the hawks out. So even if some of those aren't producing, we may need to have them stick around until we can get new ones put in.
So we need to incubate some.
Well, that was my next question. Do we incubate, or do we purchase? You think about, we incubate, I like incubating because it's obviously it's free. It doesn't cost us anything other than the electricity we use, but we get, if we're lucky, we'll get 50-50. We'll get
Right.
50% of them female
Right.
and 50% male. So we have a bunch of roosters, black Australorp roosters, that we'd have to process. So if we're going to be doing Cornish cross or Red Rangers for meat production, do we want to have a bunch of smaller black Australorp roosters that have to be butchered? I think we need to order. We'll order new Australorps. I don't think we need to be incubating
Yeah.
unless we just want to do some. I think it'd be kind of neat to try some crosses between Snoopy, or who's our new rooster?
Is he named
Roy.
Either get Snoopy or Roy and put them with a black Australorp that's still laying, and breed that. I'd be curious to see what an Americana and Australorp produce, and what color their egg would be, and of course, how long it'd take them to grow to laying age. That's what I'd like to.
A Marilorp.
Yeah, a Marilorp. Austro-American. It would have a funny accent, wouldn't it? Maybe we do that, because I'd like to, since we have the tractor, and we're going to have the hoop house, and of course the regular chicken shed, or the chicken coops, we can start putting some of these together. We can even take the phone booth coop and set it up here, and isolate the chickens that we want to try to do some breeding on. That'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it?
Chickens have telephones?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, the phone booth coop, so they can make phone calls. So let's order new Australorps for laying, and then we'll breed, do some experimenting, do like Franken chicken, do some
Where are you gonna get the body parts?
breeding experiments. All right, so the $20,000 question: do we want to do protein chickens? Do we want to do meat chickens again
Yes,
this year?
absolutely.
You do?
Yes.
Yes.
Don't you?
Yeah, I think you do.
We
but-
had such success last year,
yeah,
and we eat those regularly.
we do eat a lot of chicken. So, with that being said, our existing tractor, do we want to do enough for us, or do we want to do some for resale?
Some for resale, but I don't know that we want to go crazy wild with it, since it's just us processing,
Yeah,
and we don't have the commercial equipment that we would need to do a lot.
right. Well, see, that's the other thing. If our plans with Union Mission are to help them get a big chicken operation going, we've talked about them investing in this equipment that other homesteads and farms like us could rent the equipment, as long as it doesn't fall on their processing schedule. So it helps Union Mission earn money back on the equipment. We pay them a fee to use it, so we may be able to get a scalder and a plucker, a professional grade scalder and plucker, on Homestead when the time comes. And obviously that would really change how many
Yeah.
chickens we decide to do for the year. But that's the beauty of this, an 8-week window.
Right.
If we can, even in August, we can still be deciding,
Right.
hey, let's do a bunch as we wrap up the year. Okay, so we want to,
Does that mean we're going to need to build some more chicken tractors? And
Yeah.
how many do we want?
well, that's
But
what
like
I
you
was
said,
thinking. Our chicken tractor, the plan that we built, the Siskovich model that Camelon's chickens are in right now, can house 30 chickens appropriately. So if we did 30 chickens every 8 weeks,
Yeah.
then in essence you wouldn't even be every 8 weeks, because we were 4 weeks in the brooder and then 4 weeks on the tractor.
Yeah.
So like every 4 weeks you could be putting a new batch of 30 in. So you could get away with doing one tractor. All right. What about new animals? Anybody want anything new this year?
I want all kinds of new things.
All right. Should we set a rule that any new animal has to be edible?
Well,
So if you want a new cat, no.
no.
Eat the cats.
We need a new barn cat.
We do need a barn cat. We got 3 cats and they all hang out in the house.
It'll just end up being a house cat.
Probably.
So like, do you guys have any interest in new animals?
Bird clock
Goats.
is struck.
Goats?
Ziggles.
You want goats? Goats would be fun, but I'm just...
Fainting goats.
Fainting goats, yeah. If we had the back of the property secured, all the way back there where all that scrub was grown up, where we had cleared years ago,
Yeah.
that'd be a nice place to have goats, but man, it'd be so far away that the coyote would wear them out.
We just don't have the appropriate fencing right now.
Yeah, so I'm gonna put goats, question mark.
What else?
Anything else? Guys, any interest in raising meat rabbits to eat? Is that-
No.
No.
No,
No.
couldn't do that. Could go out there and bonk them on the head.
No. What
I
about,
don't think you just do that.
What about our dog? Do we need to replace our dog? Not replace her. Do we need a livestock guardian dog?
we need puppy.
A wiener.
A wiener
No.
dog. A dachshund.
For life.
Livestock guardian dog. You're like, hey, you get away from those pigs. All right, what about garden stuff? What do we want to do for annuals? Do we want to do a garden this year? Do we
Yes.
want to plant a garden?
Yes.
Where do we want to plant it?
Well, are we going to start in the greenhouse? In the
Yeah,
hoop house?
yeah, I think we definitely plant stuff in the hoop house. But, the size of that is that the size we want and just do whatever we can do in there? Or do we want to try to do areas? So obviously we got the hugel mound here in the backyard I'd like to do more with, but I got to put better fencing around it. What do you guys think? What do you guys want to, is there anything that you'd like us to plant this year as far as vegetables go?
Cucumbers.
You're eating less
Definitely
carbs, at least right now. Is there something, a vegetable that you'd like to have more of that we try to grow on our own? Do you like lima beans? Do you like broccoli? Do you like,
Yes.
tell me what you,
How about broccoli?
broccoli?
Yeah, broccoli.
Anything else?
Zucchini.
Zucchini?
Make me type stuff that I have no idea how to spell. I'm going to abbreviate.
CH.
ZUC.
That's not right either.
We can't grow zucchini. We don't know how to spell it. Moving on. All right, so broccoli, zucchini. You talked about potatoes. Should we try? I'd love to do the tower potatoes again. Now that I know more about it. The first time we did it, it failed miserably.
Yeah.
And do we do,
Yukon Gold.
Yukon Golds, or do we go back to do the purple ones or anything?
No, I couldn't get past that.
I don't know why.
Color's messing with your head, man.
We definitely want to do peppers.
I was going to ask you, do we want to do green peppers since we still have so much in the freezer, or do we want to restock?
I like to restock. I want to try doing maybe canning some roasted red peppers.
That's right, yeah. Do we want to do we want to just do like eating tomatoes? Do we want to do canning tomatoes? Do we want to do sauce tomatoes? I still like that time we did all that sauce. I mean, that took a while to do, but man, it was nice having spaghetti sauce and pizza sauce that was homemade.
I like the idea of that, but we've not.
We just don't eat a lot of it though.
No, we do, but we just haven't had great success with growing a bunch of tomatoes in the past.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
I mean,
something's got a high yield.
Right.
lettuce,
See,
carrots.
that's what I think would be neat is getting in a habit of planting lettuce. So we have this rotation of lettuce. Every couple of weeks we've got a new harvest of lettuce coming in, so we could have greens like that. With the way our valley's protected in some spots, down there at the other side of the South Ridge, we could put where that rock face is. It stays so cold down there all the time. I think we could grow lettuce in a little patch there all year long, even in the peak of the summer, and it not bolt and not have issues because there's always cold air coming out of those little cave outcroppings there. And I definitely want to plant some pumpkins along the edge of the pig pasture on the north side. And even if it's just one of those things where you just go through and just broadcast seed or just mound a bunch of them and plant them and just see how they do. Not really necessarily tend them. That's why I was keeping that one pumpkin back that grew down here in this really rough area. It's got the genetics at least to grow in our rough soil. So save those seeds and plant those. I think it'd be neat to have a lot of pumpkins there for the pigs to get at in the fall. So infrastructure, should we finish the barn this year or not?
That's our goal every year, isn't it? We get a little done each year.
Yeah, my thought was
like
actually,
1 inch of a board done.
if I can cover up, if I can put the roof on the corral portion of the barn, then it'll dry the mud out and we won't have as much mud. So I think as far as the expansion goes, that's as far as we go this year. Are there any new buildings we need?
No.
I'm just wondering if, like if we close off, I always let the pigs have access to the barn, you know, when we've got the full herd. They usually don't. The tractor shed is the only shelter they have. So do we go back somewhere further up the valley and just build a crude pig shelter for them to get into, to rotate through? All right, so for the retreat, we gotta get, I'm ready to get the vermicomposting toilet built. I think, and we could actually work on that this winter if the ground doesn't freeze. Get the tank buried, get all that put in. Just need to design the layout of the bathroom and the shower. And I think what's really key is we got to get all the trees we plan to remove marked and out of there. So when we start building structures, we're not still dropping trees
Right.
around them. So get all that cleared out. So probably we could obviously do that now, is go up there and start marking trees and what needs to come out. So what should we, as far as structure goes, we know we want to get the bathroom and those type of things in place first so people could come stay, but do we start on the foundation for the cabin, the first cabin, or do we work on the outdoor kitchen / picnic area first? Picnic shelter. So what would be the first structure after you do the
We
shower?
may need a
bath?
shelter. I mean,
Kind of thinking.
because, you know, people can stay in a tent initially if they're going to stay before we have any cabins built. But
Yeah.
we could have a shelter where we can all sit under to eat, or
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
that
you're
might be
right. Yep.
the first thing.
Shelter first. Alrighty. Yeah, I do have maybe in my notes here to do at least have 2 tent sites ready. So maybe if we do the shelter
Yeah.
and 2 tent sites,
Right.
and
We
then
talked about that.
we get that done, then maybe look at starting on the cabin foundation. But
Or maybe 2 deck sites for the tents to
Yeah.
be on. That would be
that could be good too. All right, the last thing on our list, is there any new skills, anything new we want to try? Obviously, I want to keep expanding in solar. I want to keep trying to learn more on solar panels and doing more things
more
solar
on
there.
solar.
More on solar, yeah. That's,
Well,
Solar
that's,
for
what
dummies.
about the smart solar?
can't handle that. I got to stick with the more on solar.
Yeah, especially with you.
Anything for you guys? Anything you want to? I was thinking about. Would you be interested in taking a welding class with me, Liam? Would we want to go learn to do anything about welding? Yes, no, maybe.
Maybe.
I definitely want to learn more about canning. We've done so little of it. I'd like to maybe have somebody come out and
Yep.
do a class for us.
Yep.
Including class for me, definitely.
I think it'd be neat to learn. We want to do more canning.
What we need to do is a canning. Do like a canning party or something. Just have everybody out. All right. Well, obviously, watching us have our farm meeting may be right up there with watching paint dry. But we hope you kind of get the idea that the game plan is just to sit down and have discussions. If you get all your family members involved, get them on board. I'm sure we'll have plenty of discussion after this. After the cameras are off, we'll discuss it more, and as we get closer to spring, we'll have other ideas that pop up, I'm sure. But we encourage you at this time, while the snow's blowing, if you're northern hemisphere, of course, while the snow's blowing, it's cold, and you're thinking about all the great things you want to do for 2018, we encourage you to sit down, make a list, make notes, put it on paper. Whether you cross everything off your list, that's unexpected. That's be tough to do. But at least document this stuff so you're not sitting around rehashing the same stuff each time, saying, I thought we were going to do this. Well, no, we did this instead. But at least this list, now what I would do is come back and look at this and say, okay, wow, what's this going to cost budget-wise to do all this stuff we want to do? What are we going to have to put in place to have this happen? What time of year do we need to plant some of this stuff, or what do I need to have built before we plant this? So that'll help break down this list and give me an idea of what's feasible and what necessarily isn't. But that's a good place to start.
Yep. Thanks so much for joining us, and don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, as it helps others to see our videos. Check us out on our website at redtoolhouse.com and on Facebook.
All right. Take care, everybody.